They opened the gate. It was still nighttime, and they yelled, "Leave all your belonging where it is. Don't pick anything up. Women and children to the right, men to the left." And we're being just pulled apart, never to see each other again. My sister and my little brother went directly to the gas chambers. When we came to the barrack, the Stubenälteste, the man in charge of the barrack, walks out. He was a Polish inmate, and he says, "Ha! You Hungarian Jews, you think you're here on vacation? Think again. You see those chimneys, those ashes that are flying? Those are your mothers, your fathers, your brothers, and your sisters. And if you don't behave and do exactly what you're told, this is how you're going to wind up, ashes." I couldn't believe. You mean my sister, my little brother, ashes? This is the 20th century. How is it possible? After 5 weeks, they took us to Dernhout, and it was a rock quarry. As they dynamited the mountain, it was our job with sledgehammers to break those boulders into manageable pieces, pick it up and throw it in mining carts, run it down to the grinding machines to make gravel out of it, and push those mining carts back. Very hard labor, hard work. I figured my uncle will never survive this, so I bribed the chef in the kitchen with my diamonds to give my uncle a job in the kitchen. He took my diamonds, and he did give my uncle a job in the kitchen. It got easier for him, and anyway, every day we came back from work, everyone had to go in line to be counted. Even the workers in kitchen had to go into the line. So we came in, line up in rows of 5, and they're counting us, and counting and counting. Usually they counted and they let us go for our ration and go to our barracks. This time they keep counting. And the commandant comes down with his Fräulein, with his girlfriend. He says, "I'm going to teach these Schweinhund a lesson they'll never forget. I'll teach those pig dogs a lesson they'll never forget." What happened? 3 inmates escaped. And because of this, he orders his henchmen to pull out every 10th person in line to receive 25 lashes. So as they're pulling out every 10th person in line, I see my uncle is going to be either a 5 or a 10. He was in front. So I pushed him behind me, and I took his place, and I was a 10. They took me in the middle of the yard, they call it, in the middle of the yard, all us number 10s, and they brought down a bunch of hardwood stakes, and they brought down a sawhorse. You know what a sawhorse is? And this is what they ordered us to do. Walk over to the sawhorse, tiptoe, bend over, but your stomach cannot touch the 2x4. Your heel cannot touch the ground. One man is pulling your trousers tight, the other one does the hitting. You have to count out loud. If you miscount, you start from 1 again. So anything, even if the heel touches the ground, you start from 1 again. If your stomach touches the 2x4, you start from 1 again. The first one got up, and he messed up, of course. He touched the ground, and he touched 2 again and again, and finally he falls. And he falls, the commandant goes over, kicks him in the face, "Get up." He couldn't. He pulls out a revolver and shoots him. His Fräulein, his girlfriend, walks over to the commandant and gives him a hug and a kiss. He just performed a heroic act. He killed a man. Number 2, the same way. He too fell, and commandant kicked his face. He couldn't get up. He shot him. Number 3 was a little younger, and he messed up too. I mean, he couldn't. So he yelled out, "Please have mercy on me. Don't shoot me." So the commandant says then, "Stand up and come over here and face me." The poor guy tried to stand up. He takes 5 steps. His knees gave out from under him. He falls. The minute he falls, the commandant shoots him. Now it's my turn. Ben Lesser next in line. I remember going up to that thing and saying to myself, "Ben, this is it. You want to live another 5 or 10 minutes? You better do exactly what you're told." And I walk over, tiptoed, bend over, without touching the 2x4. One man is pulling my trousers, and I start to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. And every time they hit me, I feel a line of blood coming through my bed. 6, 7. Finally, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I made it. You could hear a pin drop in the camp. No one believes that anyone could survive this. The man who was pulling my trousers says to me in Yiddish, "Go over and thank him." So I stand up. Blood is running down my legs. And I walk over to him. I salute him. "Danke schön, Herr Kommandant." When he hears that, he puts his hand on my shirt collar, twists me around, facing the number 10s who are still to be beaten. He says, "Now I told you it could be done. If you do it like this, Junge, you have nothing to worry about." Anyway, 1 week, 2 weeks, I had enough sense. I rationed that bread between my cousin and I. We ate the size of a half neck each day. For 2 weeks it lasted. Everybody is dying around me, dying. There's no water and no food. And after 2 weeks, I'm out of bread too. And it was another week of travel, and we arrived at a place called Dachau. And we arrived to Dachau. They ordered everyone who can walk to walk out of the barrack, out of the kettle car. And 4 of us walked out of the 80 of us. Everybody else was dead. And we arrived inside. And what we saw inside is unbelievable. Anyway, 3 days later, we were liberated. And after liberation, 2 GIs walked up to me, and they handed me a can of Spam. And they opened it up. It smelled so good. We made a mistake. We ate some of it, and we came down with dysentery. My cousin dies in my arm the night after liberation from dysentery. I don't know what he died from, but he died. Why? Why was I chosen to survive all that hell? The only answer I seem to find is that God needed a witness, someone who can talk about it, tell the story, because most of us couldn't. Even most survivors can't talk about it. It hurts me too. I have sleepless nights, but someone has to do it. And I devoted my life, the last 25 years, I do nothing else but travel and speak on Zoom to have the world listen, keep the world from acquiring amnesia. Remember, this happened